Imagine a storm so powerful it uproots lives, destroys homes, and leaves entire communities in chaos. That's exactly what happened when Typhoon Fung-wong swept through the Philippines, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. But here's where it gets even more alarming. This wasn't an isolated event. The country was still reeling from the catastrophic impact of Typhoon Kalmaegi, which had already claimed hundreds of lives. Together, these storms highlight the relentless vulnerability of the Philippines to nature's fury. On Monday, Typhoon Fung-wong exited the northwestern Philippines, but not before triggering floods, landslides, and widespread power outages. At least 2 people lost their lives, and a staggering 1.4 million were displaced, seeking refuge in emergency shelters or with relatives. The storm, packing sustained winds of up to 185 kilometers per hour, 115 miles per hour, and gusts reaching 230 kilometers per hour, 143 miles, made landfall in northeastern Aurora province on Sunday night as a super typhoon. Its sheer size, spanning 1,800 kilometers, 1,100 miles, meant its impact was felt across mountainous regions and agricultural plains before it moved into the South China Sea. But here's the part most people miss. While Fung-wong was wreaking havoc, the Philippines was still grappling with the aftermath of Typhoon Kalmaegi, which had killed at least 224 people in central provinces before battering Vietnam, where it claimed 5 more lives. This back-to-back assault underscores the country's precarious position as one of the world's most disaster-prone nations, with about 20 typhoons and storms striking annually, alongside frequent earthquakes and active volcanoes. The human toll was heartbreaking. In the eastern province of Catanduanes, 1 person drowned in flash floods, while in Kitbalogan City, another perished when her house collapsed. Over 132 northern villages were flooded, with some residents trapped on rooftops as waters rose rapidly. Approximately 1,000 homes were damaged, and landslides blocked roads, though officials vowed to clear them as conditions improved. Bernardo Rafaelito Alejandro IV of the Office of Civil Defense warned, "While the typhoon has passed, its rains still pose a danger in certain areas, including metropolitan Manila. We're mobilizing rescue, relief, and disaster response operations today." Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. declared a state of emergency on Thursday, citing the extensive damage from Kalmaegi and the anticipated impact of Fung-wong, locally known as Uwan. Super typhoons, defined by sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour, 115 miles per hour or higher, are a stark reminder of the escalating risks tied to extreme weather events. Controversially, some argue whether the Philippines is adequately prepared for such frequent disasters, despite its long history of facing them. While the country hasn't requested international aid post-Kalmaegi, allies like the United States and Japan stand ready to assist. Meanwhile, daily life ground to a halt. Schools and government offices closed on Monday and Tuesday. Over 386 flights were canceled, and more than 6,600 commuters and cargo workers were stranded as the Coast Guard barred ships from rough seas. As the Philippines begins to recover, one question lingers. How can a nation so accustomed to disaster build resilience that outpaces the growing intensity of these storms? What do you think? Is enough being done to protect communities? Or is the world failing this disaster-prone country? Share your thoughts in the comments below.